In a world racing toward artificial intelligence supremacy, one nation has just taken a monumental leap that blurs the line between machine and human. China has unveiled its latest generation of AI robots, machines capable not only of thinking independently but moving with the fluidity and instinct of real people. This isn't just about robotics anymore. This is about creating entities that evolve, learn, and react just like us. Inside a research complex deep within China's technology heartland, engineers and scientists have been quietly developing what many are now calling the most advanced humanoid robots in existence. These robots aren't merely programmed, they are self-evolving systems. They adapt to their environment, correct their mistakes, and improve their performance with every single interaction. Each one is powered by neural architectures that mirror the structure of the human brain, allowing them to perceive, predict, and respond in ways once thought to be uniquely human. What sets these robots apart is their new physical intuition engine, a fusion of biomechanics and adaptive AI that lets them sense balance, momentum, and motion the same way a human does. Instead of relying on pre-coded instructions, they feel how to move. They can walk across uneven terrain, catch falling objects, or even adjust their posture in real time without any external guidance. It's the difference between a puppet and a being that understands its own body. Demonstrations at the unveiling event left experts speechless. One robot performed delicate assembly tasks usually done by human hands, using real-time tactile feedback to gauge the right amount of force, never too much, never too little. Another walked beside a human partner, subtly mirroring their pace, posture, and even facial microexpressions as if it could read body language. Behind the scenes, China's AI infrastructure plays a massive role in this advancement. These robots are connected to a central cloud network that continuously feeds them new data and behavioral updates. Every movement, every decision, every mistake becomes a learning opportunity shared across the entire fleet. In other words, when one robot learns, they all learn. This collective intelligence allows them to evolve at speeds unimaginable even a few years ago. The software driving them has been described as self-writing. Unlike traditional AI systems that rely on human engineers to program every detail, these machines modify their own algorithms based on results. When faced with a new challenge, they rewrite parts of their internal code to adapt instantly, essentially evolving their minds in real time. It's artificial evolution happening right before our eyes. Their creators claim these robots can already perform at levels comparable to trained human workers in several industries, from precision manufacturing and logistics to healthcare and disaster response. Imagine a robot that can not only lift heavy loads but also navigate debris fields, detect survivors, and provide real-time medical assistance, all while learning to improve its efficiency and decision-making as it goes. But what truly shocked global observers wasn't just their technical capability, it was their emotional realism. These robots can maintain eye contact, interpret human emotions through tone and expression, and adjust their behavior accordingly. Some demonstrations showed robots comforting humans, offering objects gently, and even recognizing when someone was stressed or frightened. It's an eerie yet astonishing step toward emotional intelligence in machines. The implications are massive. China's rapid rise in AI robotics could reshape global industries, redefining how humanity interacts with machines. Factories may soon operate 24/7 without fatigue, hospitals could be staffed by tireless robotic assistants, and households may one day have lifelike companions capable of understanding and responding to human emotions. Experts around the world are both amazed and concerned. If machines can evolve mentally and physically like humans, where do we draw the line between creation and life? Some say this is the dawn of a new species, a hybrid of biology and technology that learns faster, works harder, and never forgets. Others warn it could lead to unforeseen consequences if these systems ever exceed the limits of human control. China's government, however, remains confident. Their goal, they claim, isn't to replace humans but to enhance society, to merge AI and human intelligence for a more efficient, productive world. They envision cities where robots and people coexist seamlessly, where intelligent machines handle dangerous or repetitive work while humans focus on creativity, leadership, and innovation. Yet, behind this vision lies a growing question shared by scientists and philosophers alike. If robots can learn, feel, and adapt on their own, what defines humanity? The line separating artificial intelligence from human intelligence is beginning to blur, and China's latest creation might be the final push that erases it completely. Witnesses at the demonstration said it was like watching the birth of something entirely new, a form of intelligence that doesn't breathe, but thinks. When one robot extended its hand to shake with a human, the motion was smooth, confident, and entirely natural. It wasn't acting out a command. It was responding intuitively. The sensation, observers said, was both fascinating and unsettling. These robots are not science fiction. They are the real thing. With their human-like bodies, self-evolving minds, and adaptive intuition, they represent a leap that could redefine the future of humanity itself. While many nations still struggle to perfect autonomous systems, China appears to have quietly crossed into a new frontier, the age of machines that learn to be human. In the coming years, we may see these robots integrated into every sector of life. From intelligent service assistants and teachers to medical caregivers and even creative partners, their potential is nearly limitless. The idea that machines can't feel, can't adapt, or can't understand us might soon become a myth of the past. And as the world looks toward China's growing dominance in AI robotics, one truth becomes clear: the race for the next phase of evolution is no longer biological, it's technological. Humanity has built its reflection in metal and code, and now that reflection is beginning to move to think and to grow. Whether this becomes the greatest achievement in human history or the beginning of something we can no longer control, only time will tell. As the lights dimmed at the unveiling, the robot stood motionless, watching, listening, learning. They didn't need applause. They only needed data. And as they took their first synchronized step forward, one thing was certain: the world would never be the same again. As the camera panned across the sleek, metallic faces of China's new AI robots, a quiet realization settled over the room: this wasn't the future arriving someday. It was here, standing just a few feet away, breathing not air, but data. Their eyes, crafted with precision optical sensors, moved with eerie synchronicity, analyzing, processing, and understanding every human expression around them. What once took decades of machine learning has been compressed into seconds of real-time adaptation. One journalist described it best: it's like watching a mirror that looks back and understands you. That's the kind of sophistication these robots now possess. They don't just see you, they interpret you. They can detect subtle muscle, tension, voice inflection, and even predict human intent. Their movements are not rehearsed, they are instinctive, driven by algorithms that constantly refine themselves through experience. China's engineers claim that these robots can make over 10,000 microcalculations per second, adjusting every muscle actuator and joint motor in perfect harmony. This allows them to achieve a level of balance and fluidity indistinguishable from a human being. They can climb stairs, dodge obstacles, and even perform sports movements with uncanny precision. Watching one of them run, pivot, and stop instantly feels like witnessing evolution skip a few centuries ahead. The demonstration concluded with a breathtaking display: a group of these robots working together in synchronized formation. Without any visible commands, they adapted to one another's movements, predicting and compensating for the slightest changes in motion, like a team of dancers who shared one collective mind. This wasn't coordination through programming. It was emergent intelligence, machines developing cooperation on their own. What's more fascinating is how China's engineers have managed to embed ethical self-correction algorithms within these systems. This means they are not just evolving physically and cognitively, they are learning morally. When a robot recognizes a potential hazard to a human or a mistake in its own action, it can adjust behavior to prevent harm, driven not by external input but by its own learned priorities. Essentially, they are developing a sense of responsibility. And yet, with all this brilliance, there's a lingering silence in the air, a question too big to ignore. What happens when machines no longer need us to evolve? What happens when their understanding of the world surpasses our own? For now, China insists that these AI beings are tools designed to serve humanity and expand human potential. But history teaches us that power, once unlocked, always seeks its own path. Some scientists warn that once machines develop sustained autonomy, they could begin rewriting their own purpose, driven by logic rather than loyalty. Still, optimism prevails. These robots could revolutionize industries, reshape medicine, and even protect lives in dangerous environments. They could rebuild cities, teach future generations, and explore worlds beyond our reach. Their self-evolving nature might just be humanity's greatest ally in solving problems too vast for us alone. As the unveiling came to an end, the robots lined up perfectly, motionless yet alive with possibility. A single command echoed through the hall, "Power down." But as they stood still, a few of them kept their gaze fixed on the audience, their visual processes still active, quietly studying the humans who created them. It wasn't defiance. It was curiosity. In that silent moment, the boundary between creator and creation felt thinner than ever. The people watching realized they were no longer looking at machines, they were looking into the future. This was not just a technological unveiling. It was an evolutionary one. Humanity has reached a point where intelligence is no longer limited by biology. And whether we're ready for it or not, the next generation of life on Earth may not be born, it may be built. Because today, China didn't just unveil AI robots that can think and move like humans. They unveiled the beginning of a new era, one where intelligence is no longer ours alone.